3 buttons, 26 days in, still can't manage it.
Oh dear. Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Today I've split the journals up, look. So we've got 2 full ones and the one that we're doing, which is looking a bit thin. But it'll fatten up before the end, I'm sure. But it's quite a chunky thing, isn't it? Imagine if, well, I guess some of you have put it all in one journal. I bet you've got a fairly chunky monkey on your hands. I think Jen was doing one folder, wasn't she?
She was making her own, so maybe she wisely waited until she'd finished.
Yeah, well, she's seen what Mr. Green ended up like. He was just bulging. So yeah, 26. So after today we've got 5 days left, is that right? 5?
5 days.
Blimey, hasn't January rocketed past? So I hope everybody's doing all right. We're fine. We haven't been out or done anything of any interest today. I made some paper flowers. That's about the highlight of my day, really. So let's get cracking and do something.
Get on.
Oh, here we are. Here's our journals. 1, 2, and this one, the thin little fella. So let's put those. We'll put the other 2 to one side. I need this one. Here you go, Mr. F. Do something nice with them.
Thank you.
Whatever. So we are starting with a piece of card that's going to be the background, and it's the normal size, 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. It's got a pattern on this side, but I can easily get away with no pattern on this side, so I'll use this for today, and then when tomorrow comes we've got the pattern side as a start. And then I've taken 3 pieces of coffee stained paper. This is exactly the same size as the card. The next one down is 8 1/4 by 4 1/2, and the next one down is 8 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we've got 3 pieces of coffee stained paper there, and we're going to tackle each one separately, because today we're going to talk about page edges. I've taken the nail varnish off my nails and it's left them really stained, so sorry, they're a bit ugly.
Jen says a binder ring's got too small, she had to move to a bigger binder.
Well, there's still today and 5 more days to go, so yeah, this is exactly the same size as the background card that we always use. And as I say, today we are moving on to page edges, and this was the best way I could think of displaying them, which might not be the best, who knows. I've still got this remnant of card left, and I've still got my primrose stack. Yeah, primrose stack. So I just need, what remnants have I got in here that I can use up? I've got that. That would go quite nicely, yes, that would. I've got that one. That one. No. I love these flowers on here, but any other remnants?
The struggle was getting real, Miss P.
You know me by now, Jen.
Sinead had to do the same.
Oh, goodness me. And all I'm going to do is very, very, very simple. I'm going to take my 2-inch circle punch. If you haven't got a 2-inch circle punch, you might have a die, you know, a stacking, nesting die or whatever they're called. And I'm going to have 3 out of here. Made best use of this paper, I would say. 2, 3, lovely, and then just 2 out of here. For those of you that are interested, my knee's still killing me. It's really sore at the moment, but I'll soldier on manfully. Right, so we've got 5 2-inch circles. I'm just going to quickly ink around those. you know, you choose your papers and your ink depending on what project is going on at that moment that you need a page edger for. It's just very often if I'm making, whatever I'm making, I seem to end up with journaling pages that I want to leave to journal. You know, I've decorated a lot of them, but some I just want to leave to journal. And it's nice if you can edge the pages with something, I think. So this is 3 little ideas that you might like to include in your journals. So, and it's just easy. It's easy and quick. Well, they all are, to be honest. But they do make a difference. Looks like somebody cared, which is always nice to see. There we go. Right. So I'm just going to place these. I want one of these in the middle-ish, just peeking over that edge so it'll stick out of the journal a little bit. One of these next to it, one of these next to it, and I'm just going to put them on first and then see how I need to shuffle them if I do, which I'm sure I probably will. So I don't want to go above at the top or the bottom, just over slightly on the edge. So let's just get that lined up on my board so I can see where I'm going to. There, right. So that one, if I put them over 1/2 inch, is that too long? No, I quite like that actually. And that one over 1/2 inch as well, level with the top. And then that one in there. This is somewhat fiddly. That one down there, but 1/2 inch over. And that one there, 1/2 inch over. Yeah, I think that's about it. And that's what it's going to look like. It's just going to be straightforward. You know, you can use, as I say, use whatever papers or card or whatever. I wouldn't use just paper for this because the edges will get bent over, look a bit nasty. But you can always back them with card, you know. So let's just lose 1/2 inch on there and stick the rest down. So I want that right at the bottom, 1/2 inch over. Right at the bottom, I said. Why aren't you right at the bottom? That's great. Stick that down. Let's do the top one now. Same procedure. Right to the top, 1/2 inch over. I'm not saying that these are earth-shattering, okay? I'm just saying it's a way to decorate the edge of your paper, which will make it look nice. Hopefully, you will agree. Okay, so this one wants to go in the middle, so where exactly is the middle is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1/4, so 4 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4 1/8. So that there is right on the middle. Let's just mark that. Just make my life slightly easier. I'm all for that. So that's going to go kind of there. So I want to put some ink. We've already put the ink on. We're putting glue on now. Okay. That's my little old lady voice. So I'm going to slide that onto there. So get it to about 1/2 inch like that. And that'll be alright. As long as we do the one on the top to look similar, we'll be fine. Okay. Oh, little old lady's back. I was explaining to, when I was seeing the nurse the other day, I can't remember what she asked me, and I said, you know, when you get older and you wear flat shoes and big knickers, you're invisible. Which is true. It's true, isn't it? But she thought that was very funny and asked if she could have it for her own. I said, of course, yes. So, and that's just going to go there like that. So we did all right with that. I think that looks all right. I mean, if you did it in pretty colours, you can imagine it's a really, really nice page edger for very little work.
Judy says she never knows what to do with page edges.
Oh, wow.
And Jen says another great way to make up a plain page.
Yeah, it's just, I'm going to put that straight now. Just down a touch. I want them just to look fairly equal. You don't have to really go to town, but there we are. So that's that. That's one page edge, and if you can imagine in a journal, that's why I've done them on coffee stained paper. You know, in the journal colours, I think it would look really quite nice. So I've inked around all the edges of the page, not down here, and I'm going to glue that into place now. And you see, that's what we've got on the other side, so you've just got something sticking out, and I like that. Yes, sorry, Mr. If you're going to say something.
You could mass make these and glue them down like a tuck spot.
You absolutely could. You could glue them onto a piece of card and make a belly band very easily. It's another idea for a belly band.
And Jen said it would also be cute run through a sewing machine.
Yeah, absolutely, Jen. It really, yeah, really. I mean, you're coming out with some great ideas now, girls, which is good. We've obviously switched the old grey cells on. So that's just stuck down that, just down that edge, so we can see what it would look like. You know, you can lift it up and have a look and see what it looks like. But I do quite like that. It's easy McPeasy, and you know, looks nice. What more do you want? So on to the next one, which is our next widest piece of paper, which is this. You can see though, if you just took those and put them onto a thinnish strip of card, you got yourself a nice belly band there, I would say. And if you stitched it onto the piece of card, even better, Jen. Genius, Jen. So that's going to come to there. And for this one, I want to use some book page. Nearly forgot where I was doing that. This is just an old gardener's dictionary, I would call it. Let's have a look and see what they call it. Isn't that beautiful? That is so gorgeous, that image. Etching, drawing, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful, I love that. It's called the New Illustrated Gardening Encyclopedia. I don't know if it's got a date in it or not. No, it just says made and printed in Great Britain. No, it's not giving me any info there. Peter from Mum, February 1958. Cost Mr. F £2.49. No, nothing with a date. But it's got to be somewhere around that. Oh, look, Gunny. A beautiful display of Dutch bulbs in their natural setting in the Keukenhof, Holland. Wow. Oh, I love hyacinths.
We assume Peter isn't as tight as me. He probably bought his mum a new book.
Yeah.
So we'll say that it's
No, it was given to Peter from Mum. Peter from Mum.
Well, we assume that his mum, Peter's mum, wasn't tight like me.
Yeah, and bought him a new book.
And got him a new book.
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear this down just at the edge of that. It's so fragile, this paper. It's just kind of tearing itself. Come back this way. That's it, thank you. Yeah, it's the sort of paper that if you were going to use for anything meaningful, you'd have to back it. It's really, really fragile. But it's gorgeous. I love it. I love the colour of it. You never get this colour apart from in old books. There we are. And I'm just going to take the top off as well. And the bottom margin too. The pages from here are lovely in, when you do a masterboard or something along those lines. Really good for that. And all I'm going to do is stick that right on the side of there. But first I am going to ink round, I'm going to try and ink round it. As I say, it's terribly fragile. Let's just get rid of that little bit at the top. But I think if I'm careful, I can get away with it. Oh, got a little tear there, but the whole thing's going to get stuck down, so we'll be all right. Oh, I'm being as careful as I can. Nearly there. There we are. So it looks better when you put that down, when it's inked around, I think. So let's stick that down. So I've got 3 little page edges for you today, and they're all very, very straightforward and easy. It's just, I know that I'm often looking for ideas of what to do on the edge of pages. So I racked my brain, came up with these 3, and I thought, well, I hoped you liked them, really. Just an idea as you're decorating your journal, isn't it? Something else to put in it. I mean, we've always got the either paper. That's if you're too lazy to say paper. We've always got the paper frill or the fabric ruffle. They always look nice down the edge of a page, I think. Right, so I want to make sure that the lines are still straight. Oh, that needs to come up a bit. Yeah, about there. So I'll gently press that into place. I've got some glue on my ink, obviously, and it's made the ink run, but just have to live with that. There we go. And what I'm going to do now is back to the stickers. Now, if you are using a kit and it's got die cuts that you can cut out, use them, and then it'll go in with your whole journal. I'm just decorating this fairly quickly, really, so give you an idea of what it looks like, what I had in mind, shall I say. That's quite pretty. We're down to all the purple ones now, aren't we? We used all the others up. I don't know about that so much. I don't know. That's quite nice. And that's nice. Let's have those 3 then. Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to swap that one out for that one. Just seen it.
Jen says she likes these ideas because even though she loves lace and fabric, they cause a lot of bulk, and this won't.
Yeah, exactly. But you could use fabric, couldn't you? If you've got some, what do you call it? Oh,
Underwear?
No. What on earth do you call it?
Stabilizer?
No, the fabric. Calico. You could, and you could stamp on it. So, you could put a little piece down the side, stamp on it, and there's another idea. So, just go with this idea and run with it, is what I would say. Because each one can be varied in so many ways. This would be a great project for doing decoupage on, from napkins and such like. So I'm just putting that one there. I do love a bit of decoupage over book page, one of my favourite things actually. Come on. No, that bit does not want to go. come on. So yeah, for all I'm just giving you 3 ideas today, I'm sure that you can take them and change them round. For example, you could... Don't stick yourself down. What a stupid thing to do. Ugh. You, instead of using circles, when it comes up to Valentine's Day, or depending what your journal's about, you could use hearts on the edge. They would look nice. Anything really. Stick that one down, and this one's going to go at the top. But it does look pretty, and you know, as I say, I keep saying it to you, but select the colours of your journal and it'll be much more meaningful than just me sticking stickers on. So I want that one pretty near the top. So there we go. So let's just burnish those into place. There we are. I've got this little box here which is full of gorgeous little things from Witchcraft You Do. And one of them is this that I haven't cut out, I haven't cut apart. But there's all numbers down there. Then it says archive, documentation and important. And this says confidential and private. But I think I'll take those 3 numbers and just give these little stickers a label. I think that will look nice. Excuse me. So just cut those apart, and I will put some ink around them, although they are very teeny tiny, so I don't want to put much ink around them, but just a little bit for the sake of completeness. And just pop those sort of towards the bottom. Forgot what I was doing there. Completely forgot. And it just, I don't know, it just adds something. The label adds something. Mr. F is really mooching through my drawers today. I don't know exactly what he's looking for. He obviously hasn't found it yet. So yeah, I like those labels. They look quite nice. So let's get them stuck on then, shall we? But yeah, there's loads of places you could take this idea to. Loads. So I'm just going to gauge by the writing on the dictionary and try and get those straight with it. Otherwise, even if the dictionary's off, I'm just going with it with these labels because it'll look weird if I don't. I think the dictionary is pretty straight. And this one maybe about there. So there we have that one. I think that looks quite nice. Do you like it? That's a nice edge for a page. You know, if you wanted to budge the whole thing over or leave your dictionary wider, you could then cut it off square at the edge. But I quite like that organic sort of way of going on. So let's glue this down just by a little bit at the edge there where the holes are going to go, and then we can always lift it up and have a look at it when we're going through our ideas book. So right on top of the other one, right on the edge of the page. I like that. So that's 2 we've got done. So this was the best way I could come up with showing you page edges without showing you 3 pages, if you like. So, you know, you can always get yourself a piece of white paper or whatever it is and see what that looks like. Just obscure the one in the back and it looks very nice. Or you can lift that out the way and see how that one works. What can I say? This is our piece for here. So this one is a real pretty one. And as Jen says, it does make bulk, but it's very lovely. So I'm taking a piece of lace. This was a piece that came from, you know, those Taperology. And depending on the lace that you've got, you'll be able to see how much you can have hanging off the edge. Naturally, I think this wants to go to there. Obviously, this is a shortened page. Your page in your journal would be much wider than this. But, you know, in order to fit it in the page, I had to move it around. So I just want the same pattern on the lace, equal top and bottom, if I can, which I think is about there. So let's just find my scissors and cut that off. It's so pretty, that lace. And then I want some glue. So I want some down that edge, this edge, and maybe down the middle. So that's where that edge is. That's where the middle is. Okay. And then down this edge.
At this point we'll be reaching for the double-sided.
Yeah, which was a good idea. Why didn't you think of that sooner, Mr. F? So which is the right and the wrong side of this? I think that's the right side. And I'm just going to have that tiniest bit coming over. And there's going to be a fair bit of glue to pick up here, because I might have put the lines in the wrong place. I'm not saying I have, I'm just saying I might have done. So that's that. It's fairly equal top and bottom, so I'm quite happy with that. There we are. And yikes, yeah, there's a fair bit of glue around. So let's get the towel into action. See if we can pick up some of that excess. Double-sided, of course, is the answer. I have no idea why I didn't think of it. Don't know, brain's on holiday. Sore knee, poor brain. And let's just trim that off. You can, of course, if you like, you know, to have tags and stuff sticking out, you can leave your lace long, should you wish. I don't like it myself personally, but that should have no bearing on what you decide to do. There we go. I mean, that in itself is just gorgeous. So I'm now going to use these flowers. They're from 49 in Market. They're really lovely, but they ain't cheap. $4.25 for those. I mean, come on. Yeah, you know, they still sell them because people, mugs like me, still buy them. I've been making flowers today. I don't know how successful they were, but I wondered, you know, when you ruffle them, I wondered if I sprayed them with hairspray, if it would keep them sort of upright. And the jury's out on it. So I seem to have 2 different flower types. I've got that one, excuse me, and that one. Oh, well, let's see. So if I'm missing one out and going there, missing one out and going there, no, that's not going to work, is it? They're pretty though, aren't they? So if I start at the top and the bottom, It's an awkward number. It's going to have to go between the two lozengey shapes. And then maybe between there as well. Like that. What does that look like? I think that looks nice. There goes another £2.50. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't think about them. You shouldn't think about your craft stuff like that, or you'd never use it. So let's stick the big ones on first. I'll use collall. It tends to stick fabric and stuff a bit better. Hot glue gun would have been good, but I haven't got it out, so let's just use a collall. This one at the top, because that's an easy one as well. Let's just get it in the right place, which is there. And press it down for a second or so. No, doesn't want to stick. And this really does add bulk to your pages because these are thick. But, you know, there are alternatives. You could cut your own from a die and not ruffle them up. Then they'd be flat. Or you could put buttons on, or pearls, Judy. So where is the middle? 1, 2, 3. The middle is there. So that's where I'm going to stick this one. Might have to do that again now. 1, 2, there. There's the middle. Stick that on there. So yeah, this is not the best idea for a journal. Really, it's not, because of the bulk. But, you know, I had the flowers. And definitely fit in our ideas book. I've got a clip that will hold that in place. It's just, I can feel it. It's going to be wayward. Let's keep that there for a second. So the middle of this is there. So I'm just going to put a little one on there. Not sure what's going on with my glue bottle.
Rose says you became addicted to 49 and Market due to these videos. Thanks, Miss P.
Oh, well, you could be addicted to worse things.
And Sinead punched out book pages and music paper with a small flower punch and laid them up.
Yeah.
Which would look nice.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And then this one, and then we're done. I don't know what's going on with my glue. It's been very awkward. Looks like it's coming out, then you take it away and it's all disappeared. Anyhow. Anywho, we'll be alright. So, must be, is that right? 1, 2. It must be about there. Does that look right?
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent. Let's push that into place.
Judy says she loves embroidery.
Yeah. Was it Judy the other day that was asking for slow stitch? I can't remember now.
I can't remember.
And that, when they are dry, is going onto there, which will be our third page edge. So let's just see. Yeah, they're all staying where they should. Oh my goodness me. Quick, get it glued into position. So the same thing, just a good 1/2 inch, I'd say, of glue down the other edge to the edge you've decorated. stick that down directly over the others, and that will be our third page edging idea. So whether you choose just to use the lace, or you've got, you know, lace and some flatter flowers, or you want to use lace, flat back pearls, whatever. It's just 3 separate ideas for you to, let's see if I've got a piece of paper. This will do. So there's that one there, which you can see when it's not interrupted by what those look like. That looks lovely, doesn't it? I mean, it's just super pretty. So then if you hold that one out the way, we can look at this one. Just quick and easy, yet pretty, lovely. And then we'll hold that one out the way, and we've got this one that is hanging out over the edge, which I like, because so is this, just a little bit, and depending on what lace you select, yours might be hanging way over the edge, which will be fine. So now I just need to punch my holes in there. Oh, you haven't stuck, have you? You will before I'm through with you. So it's a little thicker than normal, so just making sure I've got it in the right place. And I've already cut some reinforcements out that I thought would go with that. I'm not so sure they're a great match, but the best I could manage. So a nice easy one for you today, but I think worth thinking about, because there really are lots of ways you can change these up, but still the same basic idea. These blinking circles in the middle, get out. Well, that's not straight now, is it? Fair enough. Is everybody okay?
Yeah. Jen was just asking if we still had an embroidery machine.
Yeah, we do.
Too many.
Yeah, several. I think Mr. F's got his eye on that for the ATCs, to be honest, which is an excellent idea. What we're going to do is, once the January daily's over and once I've caught up with Elizabeth Craft Designs, blah blah, everything else that I've got to do, then I think the idea is that we're going to take all the sewing machines that we've got to be serviced and sell quite a few of them. But I want to get them serviced before I sell them, and then I know there's nothing wrong with them, So, yeah, that's just going to have to wait. It's probably going to be spring by the time that happens. I don't know why these are being so difficult today. They're the Tim Holtz coordination papers, and they might just be a bit thicker perhaps, I don't know.
Judy says she needs reinforcements half that size.
Yeah, I know. I think, oh yeah, for the hole itself, because I think on that reinforcement sheet there are some quite small ones. But the hole is the same size. Aha, that left the hole behind. Thank you. There we go. So yeah, like I say, it's not a perfect match, but I tried. Failed, but tried. Let's see if we can stick this on. Let's just clip you. If you want to be awkward, you can be clipped. But it'll hurt. Yeah, but you should have stuck on, shouldn't you? Right, so that's that. Lid on my glue. Oh, I've got ink everywhere on my hands. I've got those tiny little sticky things that refuse to come off. Just come off. Look at that, there's 2 stuck on there. What's going on? That's it, I think. Look at the colour of my hands. So let's get that in the book. Excuse me. I hope you like those 3 ideas. I just think they're quite nice. Oh, the dates must be in the other one. The last.
Oh.
The last one.
The last date.
The last date.
One.
Oh, I think that looks nice, that page, actually. Lovely, thank you. Yes, 26th we're on. So let's date this up. Be interesting when we do the flip through at the end, won't it?
Should take the rest of February.
Exactly. I'm just so proud of everybody that's done this every day. And yeah, I know some of you aren't up to where I'm up to. But, you know, days like today give you a bit of a chance to catch up because they're not complicated and they're not long. They're just exactly what the book is about, ideas. So you might get caught up then. And I really think at the end of it, we're going to have a great reference. That's what I think anyway. I'm biased.
Sinead says that each page you make, Miss P, coordinates with the previous page.
Yeah, that does actually. More luck than judgment, Sinead. Right, so there we go. That's our three page edges. Do you think they're useful or not? What do you think, Mr. F?
I think they're very useful.
Yeah, be nice to come across in a journal, wouldn't they? I'll show you the one.
I quite like them as they are.
Yeah, in 3 like that, they look nice, don't they?
Yep.
Do you know where the other new journal is? Is it out?
You gave me 2.
Oh, there should be another new journal somewhere. I just wanted to show you the prototype.
Oh,
Where can it have gone?
I don't know. You gave me these 2, but these have got stuff
Are they in that drawer there?
This one.
No,
this
the next one, yeah.
There's 3 in there.
Well, one of them surely got to be the new one.
Flowers. Must be that bottom one, I would think.
Be the skinnier of the things.
Flowers on the way. Must be that one.
Lovely. So we'll see the one that I did for today. That one. So that was my prototype. Pretty similar. The lace I think is prettier, and these flowers that I got from Hobbycraft are way lower profile than these ones, so they'd work out much better in a journal. Then that one, which is pretty similar, identical to what we've just done, and this one where I just used another piece from the Primrose stack. I'm not so keen on that. It looks a bit dingy, or maybe it just looks dingy next to that. I don't know. It depends what your journal is. But that really is pretty, isn't it? But these ones are stuck onto pieces of card because I wanted to show you that you could use them as belly bands. But then I thought it would be better to show them as page edges. So for the one that we've just done, I've just put them, obviously you watched me, put them onto, stay in my hand. I put them onto the coffee stained paper straight away. But these ones, as you can see, they make perfect belly bands, or even just put glue around 3 sides and you've got a nice little side tuck to put journaling cards.
The green ones.
These ones, yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
And Fiona says it matches your cardie.
Which one has to take into account? No, I don't. It's a bit more like Miss P though, isn't it? It's a bit more like her. She really needs a wash so badly. Yeah, so that's the difference. I think this one would fit in better into a journal, and also, like I say, if you're doing a pretty journal, it would make a nice belly band or side tuck. Same with that, I put that onto a card as well, so that could be a belly band, and I think that would be lovely. I really like this page edge and the circle. So there we have it. That's it. Time is it?
So ready.
Yeah, a short one for you today. It's a catch-up day, because you can do those three. Once you've that's the thing, isn't it? Yes, you can do those three in half an hour, but you've got to have located your lace, located your flowers, located your stickers. Where's your 2-inch punch? Oh no, I haven't got one. Where's my dies? I know these things.
You could do the same with squares or triangles, of course,
Yeah,
if you don't have a punch or
hearts. If you've
anything.
got hearts, dies, it would look lovely down the side. It's all I'm trying to give you is just an idea. You can then take it forward and change it up and do what you like. Like I say with this one, the one with the book page on, I love decoupage over book page, and I think that would look really nice if you've got something suitable to decoupage onto it. Very pretty, so you wouldn't need to put stickers on it, and decoupage just sort of melts into the page, doesn't it? It looks really nice. But there you go, that's what I have to offer you. That's all I know.
And Jen says, thank you so much, Mr. F and Mr. P. Another great day with friends and crafting.
Well, you're very welcome, Jen. Very welcome.
Jan, you'll be catching up the rest of the day. She's just finished day 24.
Oh, you're not far behind. This is day 25. So.
And Sue says, ooh, done already. Enjoyed, thanks.
Yeah, no, it's a quickie one today. I didn't set out to make a quick one. It's the way it worked out. So, thanks very much, everybody, for joining us. I don't know what I'm going to come up with tomorrow, but you can rest assured that it's going to have a turquoise background.
Is that because you got a turquoise cardigan?
No, this is more like emerald green, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
It's possibly not my favourite colour in the world, but it's a cardigan. It's warm and it was reduced, so what can I say?
You've been around me too long.
I know. It's just that when I'm crafting, I really get my clothes in a right mess. I don't know how I manage it, I just do. So I have to just live with that. So there's no point wearing my best clothes in the crafting room. I just ruin them because I get acrylic paint on them and all sorts of things. Oh, could you pass me those 2 flowers I made today? I'll show them, and the die as well.
They do feel quite firm.
Do they? Oh, good.
I must say, I think it's had some effect.
Thank
They feel
you.
firmer than the paper has a right to feel.
Yeah, I made these.
Overhead.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, I made these. These are what I made. This is how I've been spending my day today. Made those 2 little flowers. Well, they're not little, they're quite big. It's a Elizabeth Craft design one. 1586 Garden Notes Clematis. And they're quite large. I think you could fit them in a journal, but they're a bit on the big side, aren't they? So, yeah, these are the ones that are sprayed with hairspray. Yeah, they do feel quite firm, you know. Yeah, that might be a tip. That might be my top tip for the day.
It goes limp, spray it with hairspray. Top tip of the day.
And on that note, we're off. Thanks a lot.
To find the hairspray.
Take care. Have a lovely day. Rest of your day or evening if you're in this country. And we'll see you tomorrow when it will be the 27th. Oh my goodness me. So take care. Be kind. Bye.
Be safe, be happy, be kind.
Bye.
Bye.